it's Emily Honey, or M Honey Reads, and sorry, my chickens are being bananas out there. I just wanted to have a bookish chat with you guys, come on here and just kind of take my mind off some things that have been happening. If you follow me on my Twitter, I posted recently about our dog. She was an elderly pup, and sadly she passed away. So just kind of come on here and talk about books, because books always make me feel better. And kind of just distract a little bit. So I was going to talk about the book that I'm currently reading, talk a little bit about how I'm liking it so far, and about a complete oopsie that I made, because this is what happens when I don't research books and I just buy them and I'm like, let's do it. And then just talk about some other books that I have been listening to. I recently, because I got Spotify Premium, and I logged on to Spotify one day and I'm like, ooh, audiobooks. I was sad to learn that there's like the 15-hour maximum, but hey, 15 hours is 15 hours. I'll take it. So I was going to start with the Christmas book that I've been reading, and I've told you guys about it, The Christmas Fix. I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm a good portion of the way through. It's about Kat, Catalina, which is a fun name, Catalina King, and she's the main character. And then there's Noah, and he is the town manager of this adorable little town called Mary, of course, because it's Christmas. But sadly, before Halloween, they're struck by a hurricane, and the town is like destroyed. But Kat and her brother do a reality show. Well, they used to. Now it's just Kat. And she is coming in, and she's going to help restore the town for Christmas, and it's very sweet and very cute. So I'm loving the enemies to lovers aspect here. I'm loving the grumpy sunshine sort of aspect here. I'm loving how ruthless Kat is. And you have like her brother Gunner's in here, and his wife Paige, and I realized after looking this up, so there's the first book to this that is their love story that I completely haven't read, and I think it's like Mr. Fixer-Upper or something. And so I'm going to read these a little out of order and read that one next. But hey, I mean, it's Lucy Score, so we all know that we can just rely on them falling in love. It's not, I know that they're going to fall in love. That's not what I'm reading it for. I'm reading it for the journey of them falling in love. At least that's how I'm justifying it to myself, for not realizing that there was a whole other book in this. And it's funny because I was looking, because like Lucy Score always puts in the beginning like all of her other books, and then it's like right there. But to my defense, I also didn't know that this was the Welcome Home series, so maybe I should start doing more research before I just dive in. But I'm just really grateful for Lucy Score and these rom-coms, and to help me get out of this sort of like funk, and So the other book that I have read recently, and yes, audiobooks are reading for anybody who seems to be confused about this. But so when I got on Spotify Premium and I saw that The Woman in Me was available to read for free, I jumped on it. I was so excited. I've been wanting to read this Britney Spears memoir since I saw it come out. It came out like right after my birthday. I was hoping somebody would buy it for me for my birthday, but I didn't need anybody to, because Spotify, thank you. So I started that one and finished it within like 2 days. It was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the narrator, but it wasn't Britney Spears, so that kind of threw me off. She read the beginning, and then it was, I believe, Michelle Williams read the rest of it, which, did great, but still. So I listened to this mostly because I've seen all of this stuff about Britney my entire life. I was born in 1994, so I mean, by the time that I was able to read and see headlines and all these things were big and splashed everywhere. I mean, Britney was just huge news. She was all over the place. And we've all seen, her breakdowns and, when she shaved her head and blah, blah, blah. So I really wanted to find out her side of the story. She seems like a kind-hearted, sweet person. So I just wanted to see like what on earth was going on and just get the side of the story that isn't told a lot, which is hers. So, I learned a lot of new stuff. I learned things that I had no idea had happened or were happening. And it gave me a lot of perspective on her and what she's been through. It didn't necessarily change how I feel about a lot of the people that were mentioned in the book. I kind of already had these opinions about these people to begin with. So it wasn't anything like crazy and new and different for me. It did sort of confirm how I felt about some of these people. So that was cool. But it's heartbreaking. It is. And just sad. But it's also wonderful that she's able to be where she's at now and get actual help, and find actual peace and actual solace and have her actual self spend her actual money. But whatever, I don't want to get too far into it for people who haven't read the book and want to. And then I'm listening to other audiobooks on there right now too. I've got a ton listed in my library. I don't know exactly. You only get 15 hours a month unless you want to pay extra. So I'm sure I'm gonna run out here any second. I'm listening to, I believe it's called Counting the Cost, and it's by Jill Dillard or Duggar. I don't know if you guys watched the TLC show, 19 Kids and Counting. I was obsessed with TLC when I was younger. I watched a lot of their reality shows, and I was an only child. I still am. But so growing up, I was just like amazed that somebody could have that many kids. I didn't even notice the religious aspect of it when I was younger. I was just like amazed and just watching the dynamic of how do you spread all of your time as a parent with each of these kids? How do they interact as siblings? I just found that to be really, really interesting. So I figured I would give this book a shot and see kind of what happened behind the closed doors. A lot of it is stuff that I had already heard about, sad stuff, a lot about the older brother, who was just like, but yeah, so I'm listening to that. I'm almost done with it. Not a big fan of her husband, but that's whatever, it's not her. So, yeah, other than that, it's been kind of pause on Kindle reading for me right now. I'll go through that like weird spurts. I don't know if you guys do that, where it's like I'm just like downing 80,000 books on my Kindle, and then I like take a paperback weight, and just read those for a while. I don't know if you guys can hear my guinea fowl going off over there. He likes to yell randomly. Country life. So yeah, that's sort of my bookish stuff that's been going on. Thanks for listening to me chat on and on about it. It's kind of a short video, not super crazy, but just a little bit of a distraction, I guess, to kind of get me out of my own head for a little bit. And thank you guys so much for listening, for any comments that you leave below, letting me know what you thought about these books, if you've read them, if you want to read them. If you would like to leave me your favorite memoirs that you've read or listened to, I have been really getting into those lately. So yeah, feel free to drop any of those below or find me on Twitter at mhoneyreads. Thank you guys again so much for being here. Bye.